Welcome. I'm Teresa Posacani, and this is the Polyvagal breathing practice series. In each video of the series, we're exploring a different aspect of the vagus nerve with the breath practice. The aspect we're exploring today is the social engagement system. You can think of your social engagement system as including all of the muscles in your face and your jaw, your neck here, as well as down into your heart and lungs. So this whole system right here. The aspect we're exploring with our breath work is the nasal and the temporal visual field. So notice first the nasal visual field. And you can think of looking at your phone and you can find your nasal visual field. It's a sense of tunnel vision. There's also a central visual field, so find your central visual field. And then there's the temporal visual field, or the peripheral visual field. So take a moment to find your temporal visual field and breathe. Notice what shifts with your breath. So let's go back and forth a couple times to your nasal visual field and then the temporal visual field. Nasal and temporal. Now the nasal visual field, the name's obvious because it's focused towards the nose. The temporal visual field is named because these are your temporal lobes in your brain. So say hello to your temporal lobes. They're responsible for language processing and auditory processing, as well as recognition of faces, which faces are safe and which faces are dangerous, and gathering distinct information from the environment. Okay. Our breath practice is called horizon gazing. So go ahead and tune in to that temporal or peripheral vision field, as if you're looking at a beautiful sunrise or a beautiful sunset. And just allow all the information from that sunset, from that sunrise, from the horizon to come to you. And if you like, you can also have a W here with your arms. And notice what happens with your breath. And as you're horizon gazing, you can look all the way down one direction of the horizon and look down all the way the other direction. And just let all the details around you come to you, even if you're staring at a white wall. Notice the shapes, the textures. Notice the colors and just distinguish. Notice how the body's breathing. And notice how just this shift to the temporal visual field creates room for our heart and lungs. Creates room for the breath. So I invite you in this day or evening, in this week, to practice organizing towards the temporal visual field. We over-practice working with our nasal visual field, so we really need to exercise this temporal visual field. And you can do it anytime, when you're on a video call, when you're out walking, when you're talking with a friend, and just notice the difference. Notice all that's here for you in this beautiful time of year. Take care.